What's up, guys? Thursday, September 5th. I am 3 days or 4 days now into my 2014 prep. And the goal, the goal for 2014 is to beat this guy. This guy uh, that's my former self in 2011. That was by far the best physique I've ever presented. And at the age of 40, I could say I was pretty damn proud to bring a physique like that. And now I'm 42 now, so I don't see that as a disadvantage. I see that as a couple more years in the gym, a little more refinement to my physique. So we'll have to see how it plays out, see if I could actually beat this guy. But that's the goal. If I could beat this guy, um, I feel I could definitely compete this year with some of the best. Win or lose, I don't know, but the goal is to be competitive. In 2014 on the Natural Pro stage. If I improve placings, terrific. If I don't, I'll be okay with it as long as I surpass this physique, and then I'll be definitely happy with it. And so looking back on my 2011 season, I got to compete with my brother here, and this was an NPC show. We did the masters class together. Being that I turned 40, I was able to do that. So, and I never said it, as a young man, I'm like, there's no way I'm ever gonna do masters. But when you get 40, you're like, what the hell? Why not? And so I got to compete with my brother, and also got to compete with that guy on the far left. Some of you may recognize him as Alberto Nunez. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. But in 2011, this right here was a 2011 Pro International, Natural Pro International, and this was it was the best conditioning I attained that season. So I'm looking to surpass that. But yeah, I placed second there in the lightweights. It qualified me for the Orton Cup. And this shot here is an overall at the NPC San Francisco, which I'm pretty proud of that I got to an overall NPC. So, but here at the Orton Cup, right here, my goal was to I wanted to get a call out next to Cleveland Thomas, and I got that. I got called next to him. Um, we hit a couple poses. I think we hit maybe 3 or 4 poses together, and they moved me out to the side because basically I got outclassed. So the goal is to definitely improve upon that. And looking towards this season, I have a lot of, you could say, the 3Ds: dedication, desire, discipline, and all those people you're seeing now. That was my mother. This is my grandfather and my father. Um, my stepfather coming up here. Um, this guy taught me how to work hard and but smart, do it very smart and efficient. And this guy here, he is just so dedicated. And this is my brother Paul. Toughest mindset you'll ever see on a natural bodybuilder. And then this guy here, Alberto Nunez, dude is terrific, terrific coach. He's in my corner, by my side, and can't say enough about him. And here, Brad Loomis, this guy has a heart that is bigger than anyone's, and I can't wait to have him by my side this year. And also Eric Helms, the guy helped me pretty much helped me through a very troubled time in 2011 during that prep. That's pretty personal, but he's a great guy. And then here, my family, my fiance Susanna, her daughter Carolina, and my son Ethan. These are the people that are fueling me this season. Those are the people that are gonna that have shown and taught me uh, everything about me: hard work, discipline, desire, the dedication, integrity, having good character, having a good mindset, a good outlook on life. Those are the people, and those people have shown me so much that that's my fuel, that's my motor moving forward with this prep. Um, so the goal of this prep is definitely to compete, to do well on stage, but also to make sure I'm having fun. I'm representing not only myself, 3D Muscle Journey, but those people you've seen that I just shown, to represent them uh, well, very well, extremely well. So that's the goal this year: to be competitive, to have fun, and to represent. And These are some training highlights from the past. This a little bit from this was actually last week, but the few clips coming up from this week as well. So a couple weeks worth of training. Um, but yeah, some it's September. The Orton Cup's not till at least qualify for 2014 is gonna be October of 2014 more than likely. So we're looking at a over a year of prepping. And 2011, I prepped for 47 weeks, and I know people are freaked out by such a lengthy prep, but they're fearful of losing size, fearful of running out of gas, losing strength. Those are all concerns. But if you learn to live in the moment, meaning if everything you're eating enough, the deficit's not too severe. If you're training smart, there's enough recovery, and making sure frequency, volume, all that stuff's under control. Then everything is okay. I mean, you're not going to lose, you're not going to atrophy if the deficit's not too severe. And I learned that in 2011. Was like, okay, in 2009, I told myself if I give myself 6 months to get ready, I'm probably going to do a lot better than I have in the past. And that's exactly what happened. I gave myself 6 months. I got 2 pro cards. And then in 2011, like, okay, instead of 6 months, I'm going to give myself, technically I gave myself 7 months, but I ended up prepping for 47 weeks, which is 9 months. So I gave myself more time, and I came in 10 pounds heavier than I did in 2009. And it wasn't because I gained a lot of size from 2009 to 2011. It was because I retained a lot more size during my 2011 prep. So with this prep, I'm definitely going to be real smart about it. Going to take my time, and that's one thing people just seem to not give themselves enough time when they prep. They just rush the process. They get aggressive. They make changes they shouldn't be making too frequently, and that's what ends up happening is strength loss. Guys get flat. Energy sucks. So, I'm going to do this really smart, really conservative, I'm going to be really patient, and that's what I preach. Patience and being conservative. And this is going to go in phases here. Right this week I started, okay, I'm not going to be perfect tracking macros. And people are probably like, what do you mean you're not going to be perfect? Right now, I'm tracking my fats. I'm keeping my fats under 60 grams, my carbs anywhere from like 3 to 400, and proteins right around 200 grams. And I'm having a day on the weekend, which will probably be Sundays, where I refeed, which I'll probably just increase my carbs by like anywhere from 100 to 200. And that's really loose starting out the gates. And what I'm doing is I'll probably see a good amount of weight loss that way. And cardio wise, I'm doing basically just some walking with the family. Um, Weight wise, I'll probably see a good chunk come off because I haven't really been too tight with anything up until this point. Well, actually, probably the previous month I've been doing similar to what I just said, just tracking my fats, and I've lost 10 pounds. So once I go through a couple weeks here in this first phase, like anywhere from 2, 3, 4 weeks, then I'm going to be more like getting precise with things and tracking a little bit tighter and getting more serious. So it's a phase of just adjusting from being loose in the off season and then tightening the ship up just a little bit here in the beginning. And as I go, I will definitely get tighter and tighter with things. But there's going to be phases. I get a nice chunk of weight off. Like right now, I'm sitting at about 202 pounds, 201. So I'll probably get down before the end of the year. The goal is to get to 185. So get a nice chunk at the end of the year by 185. And then, the holidays are coming, Christmas and all that. I'll plan for that. I'm going to give myself a diet deload or diet break, you want to call it. Basically, a week or two, a little bit higher macros from where I was previously at to kind of rejuvenate, replenish, and then I'll start tackling another phase, and that's getting a little more tight again and give myself, like putting my foot on the gas pedal. I like to call it, putting your foot on the gas pedal, getting yourself going, digging a little bit, and then there'll be times to let off the gas pedal and kind of coast in for a week or so, and then dig again. So there's going to be times when you're going to have to dig, when you have to back off. So it's knowing when to do that, not being overly aggressive, and knowing when it's time to do that, when it's not time to do that. So that's kind of the things I've learned in 2011 was a lot of patience, times when to dig, times when not to dig, and now coming off that experience last time, it's going to help me this time around. So that's what the plan is. And so it's not all about, hey, I'm starting a year away and I'm going to have my foot on the gas for a year straight. No, there's going to be phases, phases of pushing hard, phases of backing off. It's about working hard, but working smart. It's not about killing yourself day in and day out. You have to be smart when you do this. But if you get, like I said, I can't overemphasize enough that to give yourself the time to do what you need to do to change your physique. If you're expecting to make aggressive, fast changes and make striking changes in a short period of time, well, you're setting yourself up um, for something detrimental to happen as far as strength loss, muscle loss, looking flat, stringy, energy levels sucking, and then just overall, when you get in such a deficit like that, you are not very fun to be around, and that definitely messes with your relationships, whether it's with friends, family, spouse, fiancés, girlfriends, whatever the case may be. It affects your relationships. So it's very important to give yourself the time to do things conservative, to do it smart, so you are your normal self. You're not an ass. Because this sport, if you ever prep before, and if you've done it kind of aggressively, then you can get moody and grumpy at times, and you become an ass. So that is not my goal. My goal is to do this smart, to do it, enjoy it, and make sure I phase things in and out, and just do things smart. So that's kind of the rundown on this first episode. Is kind of just giving you what's inside my mind right now, how things are going to play out as we go. I will definitely update everything.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Ay, ya. Ay, 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 ay. Yep.
So again, guys, what kind of dad would I be if I was an ass all the time? So I would miss out on special moments like that, and that's not the goal. The goal is to be all around a good, balanced bodybuilder. So not only am I good in the gym, but I'm also good out of the gym, where it's definitely far more important.